who didn't have the manuals. If you didn't have the manuals, how did you know what you were playing? Hey, we got a sound that time. I think we might be working. Here we go. I felt like playing something new, but having already taken a longer than planned break, I didn't really have time to really look up something. So I thought maybe we'll play this one. Contra, nightmarish, heck yeah. I don't know how far we'll get. Me and Burzum once spent like a solid week playing this game, and we did eventually beat it. It's like 9% memorization though. But it was kind of a cool game nonetheless. You get to make like choices about which path you go down. So we'll see how we do. Whether I can remember how to play. Play it one player. Select player. Do we want to be guy, girl, dog, or robot? Who do we want to be, guys? I think before I played as robot, and I think Wolfie might have played as the dog. Not 100% sure, don't want to stereotype there, but something about the way these two merge between them kind of reminds me of in DBZ when the androids are being described, and at first they appear as like shape-shifting creatures. Like, I think these two are the same person, they're just shape-shifting between genders. Look at that. The dog might also be the same person. Is this what happens when the full moon comes out? Going for lady until you said dog, then you were dog until I said robot. Nobody wants to play as the guy. Look at how generic he looks. The floppy said Twin World in badly written bio. That's all you knew about it, fair enough. I'll try and remember to look it up. See if I can find us a copy of it. Alright, has anybody got a pick? The robot's what I played before, so I'm gonna go for the robot if nobody else cares. The dog? Okay, we'll play as the dog. I think they all handle differently. They've all got like a different special ability. His name's Fang, apparently. Yeah, I think they all have a different special ability, and they all get different weapon sets. I think the robot's specialty was like homing weapons, and he's quite small, so you concentrate on dodging and let your weapons do things on their own. Our security has been breached by an unknown hacker. As you can see on the view screen, Tron is currently battling the data clone of this hacker. For the sheer ridiculousness of playing as the dog, fair enough. Either robot or dog, people are boring, fair enough. An unmanned robot is running rampant throughout the city. We should have played as the robot so it can be unmanned robot versus unmanned robot. Metal Gear. I want you to proceed to the area ASAP and restore order. Brutally. Well, we killed the robot. Good work, guys. Actually, I think we killed several robots there, so some of those may have been innocent robots. I see we've got robot arms and legs because dogs cannot normally hold guns and also walk upright. Unmanned robot in the modern sense or the historical sense? Yeah, is the robot a person? I feel that's important to know. Okay, so Doug's got some nice somersaults and is quite happy to just fire a gun in the air. Look at the city in the background! The whole city is burning! How long ago did this robot arrive? Could you not have called us sooner? What other things do I have? Okay, the other button doesn't seem to do anything. It's a sniper. Nope. Okay, I'm already dead, guys. Appears to be a full-on army of infinite unmanned robots here. I was told there would be one. Maybe that hacker hacked us, so we thought that there'd be one robot, but there was actually dozens. What the... Okay. I missed the health up because I accidentally changed weapon. I've now got... Guys, please, I'm trying to figure out how the weapon works. Great, now I've lost it. For a moment I thought it was like glowing punches, but I think you actually charge it up. Do you think the robot has dog limbs? Maybe they just swapped them around. Maybe there was a mix-up. It happened about 3 weeks ago, but the committee was on a break. Well, I'm almost out of lives, so we'll probably find out soon. Hey, we killed the other... Okay. We killed another unmanned robot, so I guess the game is over. Committee got back and they were like, oh, this is a thing. Probably should have done something about this. The dog speaks! Also, we're right back at the start here. It's kind of, it's always frustrating in games when you, like, lose or continue to start back at the first level. Because you've not actually gained anything there. Hard to see what's coming at you with all the explosions. Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's why there's so many. It was one originally. Oh, only one showed up originally, but it's been building more. It's been turning people into more. I just kind of ran into that robot. I don't know why I did that. No! Oh, I wanted the weapon. It's always payback time, apparently. Got a grenade launcher. Oh, maybe those are grenades. They look more like pills, to be honest. Yeah, the entire screen is just one constant explosion. I have no idea what's going on. The city isn't quite burning, you're just seeing the fire of industry. Okay, we took down the unmanned robot, I guess. Ah! It's an earthquake! It's an earthquake! Go stand in a door frame and put your head under a table. Also, take your shoes off. That's very important. Okay, we got a weapon. Hang on, there's only one of those? Is that like an ultimate? Well, I gotta throw it immediately, otherwise I'll die and lose it, I'm sure. Yup. That appeared to be an ultimate. Are you the unmanned robot? Whoa! Did I die? I died. I thought I managed to survive that. I thought I jumped over it. Is the shoes one a thing? I don't know. I see people in disaster movies sitting under the table with their shoes off, like the things tied, the laces tied around, so they're hanging from their neck. That's the most horrific way to phrase that. Not that they like strangled themselves. It's just looped over their shoulders. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's impolite to wear your shoes indoors, but you don't want to lose them in case the building comes down. Okay, let's stop wasting continues at the first level and get back in there. So I've just had a horrible thought. We've been told a unmanned robot is rampaging through the city. What if all the other robots are manned robots? There's only one of them is unmanned, and that's one we've got to destroy. But each time we destroy the wrong one, there was actually a person inside. So many innocent... Oh wow, I figured out how to do... How do I slide? Nope, that wasn't it. I lost a life learning how to slide, but that's probably worth it. No, stop it, stop it, stop it. Okay, if you hold forward and... If you hold diagonally forward and down, you can do a slide when you hit jump. That's probably our most important skill. I think there might be like iframes. Wow, that was just... I found out yesterday that Fido is Italian. It was probably a famous person's dog, I assume. I guess because you haven't seen many disaster films. I feel like it's a thing that I've mostly seen in anime. Nope, okay. I didn't see that there was a bullet there. This game is hard. I don't remember not being able to get past the first level like this. Nope. Oh, for frick's sake. As soon as I get that gun, I just need to swap it instantly, because it keeps getting me killed. I think Fido means faithful and refers to a dog that was loyal to its master after death, as dogs are. Are you sure you're not thinking of Hachiko? What does Figaro mean? It's a place in Final Fantasy VI. Final Fantasy is very popular in Italy. Okay, today's goal is to get past the first level of this. I think we can probably do it in just a couple of hours. I'm that confident. Oh, I thought I'd killed that thing. Never mind. I'm never going to find out what the other weapon is. Can I have a couple of seconds to myself to figure out what my weapons are? Ideally, I would have done that in training, I realize, but I wasn't really provided with any. Found it out after reading about Hachiko. The Japanese one they have a statue of. Yeah, outside Shibuya Station, I think it is. That's where Hachiko used to live. Oh, okay. I can't tell if he's firing that or punching it. But you can charge it up to make it more powerful. You can either fire a ball or you can fire DNA. Figaro is a character from 18th century French theatre. Does he go Figaro a lot? Figaro, 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 Figaro. Ah! I sensed this earthquake would I knew this earthquake would happen before it happened. Because I am a dog and have dog senses. No, come back here. Oh, I hate this weapon. I could have gotten that, whatever it was, if it wasn't for this weapon. Figaro is a scheming Spanish barber. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to see what happens now. He's a barber who, like, cuts people's throats and bakes them into pies, and he sings Figaro. I think I've seen a English adaptation. Okay, I think we skipped the first phase last time. Because, I threw a bomb at it. But sure, you can apparently just shoot that thing. So I think this was the only Contra game that they made for a Sega console. Most of the others came out for Nintendo. So this one is, I think, even though it's made by the same people and has the Contra title, I think it's set in an alternate universe to any of the others. All the others have a vague storyline to them. Look at this, we can climb walls. Hang on. At last, we look like a real dog. Sort of, almost, if you turn your head to the left. Yeah, I don't need to say anything other than my feet. Why would I? Okay, I think I found the unmanned robot. Metal Gear! Never get why they try to turn people like Sweeney Todd into heroic figures. I've not actually seen Sweeney Todd, so is that what they do? Well, isn't he a murderer? I assumed he was the villain. Dogs are famous for climbing sheer walls. It's what people think of when they think of dogs. It's definitely what I think of. Oh crap, I think he saw me. This isn't an unmanned robot, it's just an alien. There's obviously been a misunderstanding. What? Okay. How was I supposed to dodge that? This is what I'm talking about. I remember this game being like non-stop memorization. So it's a fun platform apart from the fact that you pretty much have to remember what to do because you can't possibly react to it in time. Rogue Trader era Imperial robot. Early 90s Imperial Knight. I mean, I probably would have been able to save it if I hadn't run off to the left, but he was doing a build-up thing, so I assumed I should get as far away from him as possible. I don't see a guy charging up a powerful I-beam laser thing and think I should stand in front of his eye, you know? Gotta stand between them, cool. He's doing a jig! What? Okay. I don't want to fight this guy. This is the most cheery fellow I've encountered in this game. Nobody else did a jig for me. We found a C and also a B. I don't know why it's jigging. It's obviously related to the jigging robot from Rocket Knight Adventures. He is the villain, but you guess they try to humanize him, show his flaws, that you feel sympathy for the soulless murderer? Okay. I mean, all I know about the guy is that he, like, cuts people's throats and turns them into pies. That's not normally a sympathy situation. Jig was brilliant. Listening to a hornpipe of some kind. And that robot, yeah, that robot was excellent. Best robot. I hope that with my cyborg enhancements I can jig like that someday. The level appears to still be going, so I guess that that wasn't the robot we were looking for. I guess we killed the wrong one. Okay, so I've got Fire Punch as a new move. And I have... okay, I've got a flamethrower. I guess this guy is the fire specialist? What was the other weapon that we briefly... oh, that was like the charge-up shot, wasn't it? The DNA shot. That doesn't fit into the fire theme. That doesn't make sense. You gotta go to bed already, Lady Meow? Leave the house at 7 AM tomorrow to catch a train? Ooh. That sucks. Well, I hope that works out okay for you. Hope you managed to get your sleep. The Johnny Depp one does make him seem noble. Curious how they pull that off, but I also kind of don't want to watch anything with Johnny Depp in it anymore. First class business trip, reading the Financial Times. With a briefcase, you know it. That's gotta be how Lady Meow's traveling. Okay, so oh, you hold on to it. Weird. I wasn't expecting that. I thought this was like some platforming kind of deal. Whoa! Am I supposed to let go? I think I've caused about as much damage as the robot at this point. Are we fighting the real robot this time? Let me punch him with fire! It's what Lord Jalapeno would have wanted. I don't know if that's how that's supposed to look. When you stop the flame, smoke goes up in the air. It mostly looks like you're shooting pieces of glitches. Good night, Lady Meow. I hope tomorrow is good for you. I mean, maybe if that was going the whole time that the thing was firing, it would look like smoke, but it doesn't. Weird. I think I stick with this. It seems like the machine gun is just the best weapon for this guy. This is looking like a boss arena. Is that car gonna transform? Oh wait, what's the dog's voice? That's not the unmanned robot. Somebody's inside that thing. What did I do that voice for? It's not a bulldog. That was racist. But now it's canon. So did we destroy the unmanned robot? Is this a different robot? It says it's not the unmanned robot, so presumably we were looking for a different robot. There is a unmanned robot. Also, how can you tell that somebody's inside that thing? There's no way somebody's inside that thing. Look at where the chest and the abdomen components meet. You could maybe run a person's spine through there. You couldn't fit a person's body in there. Surely. The dog's voice should sound really eloquent for subversion. I feel like that's been subverted so many times now that actually having a bestial character sound bestial is a subversion. The unmanned robot is in another castle. The whole game is us trying to find this one unmanned robot. And killing loads and loads of manned robots on the way. How big is it? Could they be in the torso? Maybe. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's a perspective thing. We thought he was on top of the building, a similar size to us, but actually he's in the background, and we can see people in the windows on the torso. Oh! Okay, see, I don't feel like I could have easily dodged that. No, it looks like he's the same size as me. I don't feel like a person could comfortably fit in there. This guy's got some moves. Actually, one of the easier opponents I've faced so far. Oh, did we get him? No, we did not get him. We took out his legs. Oh. Dang it, he cut up the building. Oh, come on, let me out of the corner. I just got stuck in the corner. That guy's probably a lot easier to fight in the middle. These are some interesting robots. Like in 40k, the Titans don't have the crew in their heads. The head is not really a sensible place to put the crew, maybe. Then again, maybe it is. Maybe you do want the crew in the head. Like, maybe we as humans are thinking, you know, you put the crew in the heads, people are going to know that the crew are in their heads because it's like having your brain in your head. It's an obvious place to put the command structure. But, when a soldier shoots at another soldier, where do they aim for? Center of mass, middle of the torso. So maybe that's where you don't want to put important things on a giant robot. You want to put them in the head so they're out of the way and they're not getting hit as much when people are aiming for the middle. dog has a canonical voice. Maybe I should have been voicing him like that. They're in the heads of warhounds, or the head thing is the torso, not on the shoulders. Yeah, I guess. We've got to face the jig robot again before we go after the other one. I love it when checkpoints are like 5 hours back. I love it when you have to fight a boss to get to the boss you were fighting, because that's how far back the checkpoint was. Really makes it easy to learn the fighting style when you have to take a break between each battle. Look what happens to its eye when it moves its head, by the way. Somebody should really have glued that into place better. You're actually glad to see the robot again? I mean, I did really enjoy that jig. Do 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 do. Oh, so look at the way that it threw that car. That wasn't trying to throw it at me. That was just cheerfully flopping the car into the air. It didn't look like an attack, is all I can think. Fetch doggo. Yeah, the robot was trying to play. A doggo! Let's throw a car for him to fetch. Okay. This guy's not too hard in first stage. You just gotta keep moving. And don't get jumped on! Do a whole lot of sliding. Ah! Dang it, I thought he was going for the platform. I didn't realize you could get straight into the corner like that. What the? Are you serious? Yep, it's okay. The giant robot thing, it doesn't realize that would be fatal for someone of our size. Okay, two things I want to draw attention to. A, when the blade bit is flying, when the top half flies off on its own and dumps the bottom half behind, the bottom half still kills you if you touch it. So you can't stay in the middle to actually have room to dodge the spinny attack. You gotta go near the edges. And B, that thing is manned, but it's split in half. I feel like this is a design for an exoskeleton armor thing. You've always liked the old 40k robots, even though the new ones are 10,000 times better. I mean, if they're in the torso, then... Is it only the top half of a person in there? How big is it? How big are we? Are we giants all along? Did we not realize? I'm starting to wonder if that thing is manned just by a brain in the top. But then in that case, is it even a robot? Is that not just a cyborg? Shouldn't discriminate on size. Maybe it's just, yeah, maybe it's just a really small person. Oh yeah, maybe we're giants. Doo-doo-doo. Such a cheery fellow. Ah, he didn't even get to throw the car that time. Now I feel guilty. What was that? Why is this even a thing that's in the game? Come on. What are these things even? Are they parts of the robots, or...? I almost tried to run through there to save time, but then I realized it would probably kill me. You have no idea what's happening, you're not the only one. How does he know that somebody is inside that thing? Like, just at a casual glance, he can tell that there's a brain controlling it. Does this do more damage than the other thing? Is there some advantage here? Oh, okay. I don't think I could have gotten out of that one. I think you get invincibility frame. I'm vaguely starting to recall now. I think you get slight invincibility frames when you do a slide. I think that's basically how you beat the game. You just slide through everything. Okay, I should have slid there. Maybe you saw before the camera panned up, like the helmet was open or something. Okay. Maybe it just pops open and there's a Dalek inside. I think if you stand right in the middle and fire upwards, this guy can't actually hurt you. Why do rocks go falling up before it lands? Is this thing so big it's got its own center of it's got its own gravity effects going on? That just suggests that maybe we're a giant and this thing is just even more giant. Trying to work out they're still flying above it when it lands. Does it have tractor fields or something? Maybe it's got tractor fields. Maybe that's how it gets itself a car. Maybe it's using an anti-gravity field to stop it from collapsing in under its own incredible weight. And that sometimes picks up outside objects and hurls them into the air? No, that wasn't... okay. Okay. I'm trying to get the hang of the slidey invincibility frames. I don't think I've quite worked out where they are yet. Am I out of continues yet? I've got one continue left. Do you think there's any hope that the dog is, like the hard mode character, who's like the most difficult one to play? Oh, am I out of continues yet? I.e., can we play something else yet? You're not entirely wrong. I was thinking I might give it another go as a different character. I'm starting to see why this game took me and Burzum an entire week to get through. Like, not a week of us owning it to beat it, but an entire week of us playing it non-stop. In which case, robot? Yeah, probably the robot. I remember liking the robot. You have no memory of this game? Like, you don't recognize any of the stuff in it, or you genuinely don't remember us playing it? Both? We spent like it was like the last time that you came and visited us here. We stayed up into like, we kept playing this game, you you'd played it at home and you were determined that it was possible to beat, but you'd not gotten very far into it, and you were like, we're just going to play this game non-stop the whole holiday, and we are going to beat it. And we did. We stayed up until like 5 AM every day playing this game over and over again, just trying to memorize everything. Do you remember the Zodiac guy who fires like star signs at you and stuff? That was the guy we got stuck on for most of it, I think. And then there's like an alternate ending. In England, yeah. Yeah, it was the last time that you came and visited me here. It's a long time. It was a long time ago, yes. But we did do it together. Man, I'm sad that you don't remember, because that's one of my big Burzum memories, is us just going crazy on this game. Can I punch this? Oh, what the? That was a new move. I didn't know it could do that. I mean, I did know it could do it that time, and it still got me. Oh no, I did a slide instead of a jump. Dang it. I felt like I'd got his pattern there as well, and I just hit the wrong button. You've only watched like 30 seconds? Oh, fair enough. I thought you'd seen more of it. Alright, let's give the robot a go. And if I still can't get anywhere, we'll probably call it on this game and play something different. Your mind doesn't record happy times, only sad. Man, somebody needs to put a stop to robot-on-robot violence. Look, it's Metal Gear Mark II. He's so tiny. Oh yeah, I remember now. So this guy doesn't jump as high, but he's got a double jump and he can kind of glide. And yeah, he's a lot smaller. So you pretty much don't have to duck under attacks. I think from what I remember, he's built all about evasion. Doesn't have a lot of damage, but he's really easy to avoid attacks with. He's adorable. He is adorable. Look at him. He's got a little jetpack. You can see he's got a jetpack on. That's how he glides. Anyway, now to slaughter my robot brethren. Oh, I'm already dead. And I'm dead again. I just need to get rid of this. There's nowhere for me to go. Every spot on the screen was being was full of enemies when I spawned. So one of those games where you just gotta memorize how to play it and do everything flawlessly. I don't know how we beat this. Like, to do the final bosses like this, we must have gotten so good at the early levels that we could do it without getting hit. So at some point, we must have been able to play this kind of mayhem so well that it just was effortless for us. I want those power-ups, but I don't know, I'm not going to get them. Nope. I laid down my life for those power-ups to see what my cool other moves were, and I didn't get any of them. I just couldn't kill that sniper. Looked like one of them was an upgrade for my basic gun. And there was obviously all the other stuff as well. Yeah, I can still slide, though. Oh, okay. That's why... That's a thing that I remember. So with the wolf, if you're holding down and you hit jump, he jumps. But with the robot, he slides. So it's a lot easier. I think he has a lot more slide frames as well. He's built around sliding. Oh, that's the door. For a moment, I thought I was stuck. It's actually just because he's so small that these tiny walls here are enough for him to climb on. Well, I got a grenade at least. If we go a dub spot. My gun is like bigger than your dub spot. Why is his name Brownie anyway? After the color or the food stuff? Because he's not remotely that color. Maybe it's because he's just that delicious. Hey, I think I got an extra life from the points there. Built a robot. Oh, hold on. No! Phew, I thought we weren't going to get it for a second there. Built a robot in Fallout 4 to be our companion. Most weaker enemies don't get a chance to attack, and you're not quick enough to attack them now. So he just bests everything before it comes up. Okay, so we've got... Oh, okay. So if they don't hit you, they just keep bouncing around. Looks like you can only have so many on screen at once, because the fire rate slows down, but... That's cool. You just jump up and down and fill the screen with firepower. Laser fire. They're gone, ma'am. Nice. Oh, this thing. I don't remember how this thing works, but I remember it being like the best weapon in the game. I think it likes to get stuck inside enemies. Yeah, it's no good against regular enemies, because it just bounces around and is stupid. But against bosses, it gets stuck inside them and just does continuous damage. I think is how that goes down. A flail, yes. A laser flail. Because if you've got a laser weapon, then obviously you want it to bounce around randomly. That's not the unmanned robot. Somebody is inside that thing. This is offensive to my culture. This is appropriation. Okay, I'm already dead and lost my flail before I could show how it works. Slide, slide! Yeah, you lose all your stuff when you die, so the key to this game is not dying. If you die, then you're dead. When he's doing these shots, can I just stand underneath him? Curious. My culture is not your exoskeleton. Okay, I jumped into that. That was my bad. That one was on me. Let's party. Let's get some shoes. Let's get some shoes. Let's get some shoes. Let's party. This game suddenly feels a lot more fun now that I'm playing as the robot. No easier. It's definitely not easier, but it's more fun. The robot is obviously my character. I'm sorry, Doggo. It wasn't meant to be. I really don't feel like we needed to kill the jig bot every single time. It's just delaying me getting back to the fight that I'm gonna die on. Wait, no, get back! Oh gosh darn it. Do love to see the jig. Well, I didn't pick up one of the weapons, so that's probably a game. I forgot that they were there. Yeah, so the flail homes in on enemies. So, as the robot with this thing, you can just basically ignore it, forget about attacking, and just let the flail do all the work. And as you can see, it does quite a chunk of damage. Oh, should have jumped there. Like, it doesn't work very well on regular enemies because they, because it's too slow locking onto them one by one, but against bosses, it just kind of melts them. Particularly bigger bosses, that, it just gets stuck inside them and just stays in there doing continuous damage. Also, how are you inside that thing? It's split in half! You are pretty much as big as the thing you're inside. What or who are you? I like how the building just folds in on itself. I mean, that's surely what would happen if you stabbed a building, right? Yeah, it just kind of folds up, doesn't it? There's no rubble around it. It cleanly goes inside itself. It's like building a Lego container out of Lego. You can call me Dead-Eye Joe. If you want to know more than that, then come and get me. He's got a jetpack, just like mine. Father? The research center is under attack by an unknown group. Please come and help. Damn! What should I do? Oh man, they use the word damn. This isn't some kids game, you know. This isn't your Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Mario Bros. Happy colored cheerful stuff. There's a city burning and people are saying damn. Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? This is a man's game. Contra are taking gaming for the adults. What do we do, people? Do we go after Dead-Eye Joe? Or do we rescue the research center? Do we hunt the guy with the jetpack who may be our original father? Or do we go to the research center and protect the person who's probably our adoptive father? Protect our allies? This is probably one of those games where you get the good ending by doing good things, like saving people. We've not yet reached the grim era of gaming where sometimes you have to sacrifice people to get the good ending by focusing on the real objective. Like in, what's it called? There's a game where, like, the main gimmick of it is that you only get to play it once. It's an online game, and if you fail the mission, then it won't play on your computer anymore. Unless you clear your cookies. And it's like you're dealing with a global threat, and it's to fit in with the idea of in university you only get one chance to choose the right path, and out of university you only get one chance to choose the right path. But yeah, is there a game where you literally sacrifice people to get the good ending? In the one I'm thinking of and vaguely remembering, you're faced with lots of little crises, alongside the main crisis, and it's like you're left to decide what do you deal with. Do you deal with the little things so you've got more stuff to focus on the big thing? And if you ignore the little things, then this whole situation gets worse. And like the only way to get the good ending is to put everything you have into the big thing. Let the small things kill your family, ruin the world, destroy everything. If you distract yourself from the main objective even the tiniest bit, you're not going to save the world. But yeah, this game comes before that level of grimness and realism, I guess. Let's go rescue our allies. I hit the start button and it paused it in the menu. Stage clear. Oh man, check it out. We've got a bike. We've got like... Oh man, hang on, slow down. I want to do voices. At this rate, we'll never get there in time. Don't worry, I'm a pilot. I had dialogue and stuff. Oh my gosh, the air police! Look out, enemies behind us! They've got missiles! Oh, you can pause mid-dialogue. I was probably supposed to do that. Don't worry, when I die and they make us do this again, that's how it'll go down. I keep trying to jump onto the plane because it looks like I can do that. I cannot do that. Jet bike? Heck yeah. Do we get the dialogue again? I need to do the voices. I mean, I was too busy admiring the bike to get the dialogue first time round. Damn! Damn! It said damn again. I am an edgy robot. Look at how sharp I am. At this speed, we'll never get there on time. Also, check it out. Judging by the background, this game is set in Tokyo 3 from Evangelion. Look at those pyramids. Everything is pyramids for some reason. Hey, bro. Looks like you're having some trouble. Grab onto my machine, and I'll take you to where you want to go. Aliens, that's why pyramids. This is where the Jigbot was built. Where's the pilot's cigar? It does look notably missing, doesn't it? The air police. You guys sure have good timing. Look out! One of the bad guys is coming up from behind. Air police, wow, yeah. The air cops in the Vulture mobile. Actually, Vulture is what they call the jet bikes, isn't it? The bigger ones. Is it Vulture? No, Vulture's the... What am I thinking of? Viper is the one that I'm thinking of, the Viper jet bikes. Is Vulture the Dark Elder equivalent? There was Airwolf in... Oh yeah, there was Airwolf in the 80s. The 80s was like 90% Airwolf from what I remember. Man, that's a game I gotta dig up. I had an Vulture gunship for the Imperial Guard? Okay. Was there a... What was the... Was there a medium-sized jet bike for the Dark Eldar? Much as the Imperial Navy hate them for it. Yeah, the Navy and Air Force never like it when the ground forces get flying things. Dark Elder got the Venom. Okay, that's... If it's recent, then it's not what I'm thinking of. I thought there was a Vulture thing that wasn't Imperial Guard. Maybe I just dreamt it. I thought it was like the evil counterpart to the Viper. Maybe there wasn't one. I like how we're just dumping our bike there, by the way. I mean, it's still going. We didn't even stop it. Okay, so you just gotta... Oh, okay. I see. I was too distracted by the dialogue stuff last time. So you gotta jump over the missiles, but the missiles contain people. It's... freaking Naruto. There's a missile hidden behind the missile, and the missile was Naruto. Venom is Viper minus the gun platform. Fair enough. Definitely not concerned with collateral damage. Yeah, just letting that bike motor on. I mean, maybe it's got an autopilot. Maybe the bike's going to drive itself home. Maybe that's not our bike. Maybe that's our girlfriend. Maybe it's a fellow robot. Maybe we're being insensitive. But yeah, I don't feel like we've been concerned about collateral damage this whole way. Okay, yeah, so we just need to shoot these guys down as they come out and they blow up the thing. As a kid you wanted a Viper, thought Eldar vehicles were amazing. The new Dark Elder ones finally matched them? Okay. I always thought the Dark Elder ones didn't look great. I mean, they were just Elder ones with more black and spikes and stuff. And it... You know, the Eldar aesthetic is all about being clean and elegant. And the Dark Elder stuff just throws spikes over them and looks ugly. It's spikes for the sake of spikes. There's got to be better ways to make them look like menacing versions of the Eldar. They've not looked good, they look tat. Yeah, I'm glad you agree with me. Okay, the air police is taking us up into the air. Why couldn't you have done that while we were fighting that ground vehicle? Oh, there's more of them. Oh boy, I don't understand what's going on here. There's a guy with a... there's a deep-sea diver with a grappling hook attacking the air police. I don't know how better to describe the situation here. Oh, he's also doing the Pine attack, which is its canonical name. Dozens of deep-sea divers. No, it's a deep-sea ninja diver. He's using his shadow clones. The new ones are Elder style but vicious looking. Good, that's what we needed. Oh, now we can get on top of the plane, I guess. Oh, whoa, whoa. Look at this. Have you guys seen this? Look at the 3D. Now this is a chase scene. This is the future of gaming. Oh, okay. Thought that was gonna go low. When is Call of Duty gonna match this? And that's what I'm asking. Look at the plane doing the victory roll. Heck yeah, we earned that. Oh my gosh. There's a freaking... Maybe it's only because we've been talking about vultures, but there's a death vulture plane up there. Is this too real for me? Man, 3D stuff makes me dizzy. It's a Chaos Space Marine Helldrake. The Harlequin ones look cool too. I didn't know there were Harlequin vehicles. I've not kept up with 40k stuff since Warhammer died. Not really since before then, I guess. Before then, I wasn't paying attention because of a passing phase of distraction. After then, it was because... Because, man, forget Games Workshop, am I right? They have jet bikes and Viper equivalents? Okay. I kind of liked it better when the Harlequins didn't have an army, because they were supposed to be inherently mysterious. Like, you had individual units that would show up and help other forces, but them having an actual army doesn't seem quite right, you know? Oh boy. I feel like I jumped way too early on that one. Okay, so now we know what we're doing. This phase isn't so hard. There's still a tiny force, don't quite work on their own, so they've kept that. Okay. I hope I'm in the right spot for this deep sea diver. I'm not sure if his grappling hook hurts me. I'm also not really sure what he does. Does he just gets closer as the longer he's alive? I guess that's it. And eventually he'll close in and murder me. Harlequins on jet bikes, and those characteristic things they have, like Death Jesters and Solitaires. Okay. So this guy's weapon attack is terrible, never mind that I died to it before, but obviously the key is to not fall off the plane while you're fighting him. This is another I feel that was unfair situation. Like, second try it's not too hard to dodge, to be honest, but first try, how was I supposed to not die there? What are you attacking? Rats, we took one, little bro. We're going down. Hang on, it'll be a rough landing. This game feels unfair. It does. I mean, it's this kind of standard thing for Contra. The games are supposed to be really hard. I've never actually played any of the other ones, but I don't know if they're as much memorization as this one is, or if they're just more genuinely challenging. But yeah, you do seem to have to memorize everything in this game. I think I only remember it fondly because I played it with Burzum that time, and it was a big thing between us. So right now it doesn't feel so much like I'm playing a game. It feels like I'm memorizing a list of instructions. Which is a shame, because this game looks really cool. Same reason you feel fondly about Ghost Path. Oh, this is cool. So I can use it as a force field or as a scatter shot. And I've got the flail again, but I better hold on to that in case it's a weapon. In case it's a boss. I don't know how I feel about this research lab now that I see that it's got, like, barbed wire fences and watchtowers. Yeah, you saw Ghost Path with a close friend, and also it was hilarious. It's pretty much how I feel about this game. Even though it's terrible, it has a fond association and is kind of hilarious. Oh, I thought that was a door, but apparently the corridor is just door-colored. Research station, yeah. What is it? Professor, what exactly... I've never asked before, what exactly is it you do here? Is Nimdok the one who called for help? Yeah. Oh, it is a door. You can just walk into it. Well, we just blew up our own door. Apparently nobody gave us a key. You monsters! Leave dear old Dr. Nimdok alone! Are you okay? Dear old Professor Nimdok? I'm fine, but you must stop them. They're after the alien cell. Guys? Apparently there are aliens. Interesting, interesting. Walking to work, occasionally hearing your name in the stream. You worry what I'm saying about you? Dude, I amassed quite a bit of blackmail information during my visit. But don't worry, I'm not going to use it to blackmail you, I'm just giving it out freely on the stream. He looks tiny, you can take him. He's bigger than I am. Alien cell? Yes, you see, it's a group of aliens working together to perform terrorist activities. We call them a cell. We've been giving them sanctuary here for no real reason. We got it from the mother alien in the Alien Wars 5 years ago. That's a thing that happened. Is this cell but an alien? I can only assume so. Squeeze the trigger. Burzum, you want me to kill dear old Dr. Nimdok? What has he ever done wrong? He's done all kinds of wonderful research into the alien cell and into a medicine and biological research inside this facility with its barbed wire walls and watchtowers. King Cold made his own version of Cell, yes. I have to assume that's what's going on. The alien was still alive, wasn't it? It's very dangerous, so we were keeping a close eye on it. This guy's a little more energetic than Nimduk. He's not so much rubbing his hands together as he is doing the occasional dance. Everybody in this universe just dances. Look at him. Look at him go. It's not as good as the jig, but it's okay for his age. So the rampaging robot was just a clever diversion. Guys, we made the right choice by not chasing Deadeye Joe. He was trying to lead us away from here. He's at a rave. Makes sense. Look at all the flashing lights. Obviously, they were in the middle of their party. When obviously the research center was in the middle of their Christmas party when they were attacked. He's trying to box me. It's like I can tell this robot is considering pulling the trigger, but if he tries, I will just take him out. One punch, man. Whoa. Oh, sorry, Professor. Forgot my trigger discipline for a second there. I was just trying to move the dialogue along and I accidentally fired. Fortunately, your incredible boxing skills allowed you to deflect the bullet. Uh-oh. I like that. No. Asterisk. Woo. Completely changed the meaning of that sentence with one typoed letter. Okay, there's apparently a horde of these guys. That one's got a sword! He's got a lightsaber! Also, my little shield move does not protect against bullets. Good to know. I didn't think it would. I was just goofing around a little bit, but now we know. I am the Senate. Oh, if you pop them on a wall, they don't respawn until all of them are destroyed. Or until you fire them, I guess, and they go off screen. Still don't remember this game? Is it... Oh, it is destroying me, dude. I mean, to be honest, it's not that it's even all that hard. It's mostly unfair. It's a game where you have to memorize where to stand at every point, and what to do in what order. It is horribly hard. Okay, we're just gonna use the rave... Wait, what? These home in? Oh, I didn't know about that! I thought this was just a scatter shot. It might actually have been better if it was a scatter shot, because I was trying to use it when I was surrounded, but... Interesting. Did we destroy it in one night? No, this game took us like a week. We played this every day for a solid week until we'd mastered it. It's on Mega Drive. It's like it's the only Contra game that was made by Sega. Hanging from the ceiling. Whoa, guys, don't shoot at me when I'm hanging from the ceiling. Oh, now, well, I've wrecked this. Can we sprint past? Ah, what the? I rocket packed off of it for a second there. Interesting. Can I move up? Okay, normally you can move and shoot, and the game is all about moving and shooting, but you can't do that while climbing, apparently. But yeah, you stumbled across it somewhere just before you visited, only played it once, and then when you showed up, you're like, we gotta do it. And then we played it, and it was kind of terrible, but we were like, you know, we're gonna do it. We'll play this awful memorization game and memorize it completely. And then apparently forget it forever, interestingly. How did we play it? We had it on emulator. Played it with gamepads. Tucked on that old computer underneath my bunk bed. Just squashed into the corner. Looks good for a Sega game. Yeah, the art style in this is amazing. The gameplay is terrible, but everything else about this game is wonderful. Oop, we got a B, and we also got an A. Ah, we've upgraded our regular gun. Now we fire the letter V instead of bullets. No, fine, well, my memory is wrecked. Don't know what I did today. Fair. I keep telling you, you need to drink more water. Speaking of which, I'm just going to go chug this real quick, because I realize my mug is still full an hour and a half into the stream. 2 hours and a half into the stream. Whoa, that has flown by. Yeah, I definitely need to drink something. Mm. I've gotten so used to stay healthy bot and stay hydrated bot spamming the chat that I don't even notice them anymore, which is not good for me. You guys need to tell me when to drink. Alright, I've drained my mug. I'm gonna refill it real quick. Kanpai! You either need to drink more water or not regularly drink yourself into blacking out as a teen. I mean, yeah. It's probably too late to do one of those, but it wouldn't hurt to do the other. Streaming has made me really aware of how much my brain slows down when I'm not drinking. At first I thought it was just while I was streaming, and it was because talking so much was dehydrating me, but now I've started noticing it other times. The way my brain slows down, I forget things, I don't make good choices, I get stressed out. And I just go and drink a cup of water and it's instantly gone. Also not consume so much energy juice that adult you is plagued with panic attacks, etc. Yeah, yeah. Stay clear of the caffeine, dude. You gotta be careful with that stuff. It takes only a tiny bit of caffeine to mess... The overdose amount for caffeine is really small. It's like 1 cup of coffee a day. And people drink tons of that stuff, and they don't realize how much they're ruining themselves. Could time travel you'd have so much health advice? Yeah. I think we all would have so much advice if we could time travel. My advice would be never turn your back on a time traveler who has the same DNA as you and will use the opportunity to kill you and take your identity. And then invent things that you've not really invented, just brought back from the future. Tablespoon of caffeine powder is like 16 times the fatal dose. Wait, what? Oh, it's that like pure caffeine. That's not... For a moment I thought you meant like coffee powder. But sure, pure caffeine will mess you up. But yeah, one mug of coffee is the maximum safe amount of caffeine to have in a person. Oh, dang it. I stopped to talk to chat for like 5 minutes there. And in the meantime, they smashed up the jar and took the alien cell. I love the idea that Narellen at 6th form suddenly has loads of greys in her beard. Nobody notices the difference. You know, I'd feel like if I could go back to school, I'd stomp all of the GCSEs and probably a good chunk of the A-level stuff barely studying, just because of what I've learned as an adult. Why would you make useful invincible you into this crippled wreck? Because screw that guy. Once you've gone back in time, he's not you anymore. When you could train young you to become a superhuman adult, but yeah, but then he's the one who gets to do that. You don't get to be the superhuman adult. You've gone back in time. You're now alternate timeline Burzum. It's like letting your twin brother be a superhuman adult whilst you're a prematurely crippled wreck. You can't allow that. You've got to take that spite out and destroy him early. Oh no, I'm too late. Oh, the doors have closed. Hold on while I think I left my key card somewhere. What if you could send thoughts backwards? See, here's the thing with... Either you don't get to be the guy that you're creating, or you're destroying yourself, or you do get to be the guy that you're creating, and you're destroying your current self to do it. So I don't know about buffing up past me, you know? Heck you, past self. Dang right. So the enemy took the alien cell, but apparently they left nope, that appears to be the alien cell. I guess they didn't want it after all. Oh, this boss. I remember this boss. I don't remember how we beat this boss, but this was one of the hardest bosses. Burzum, you gotta remember this guy. He's horrible. Spent every day wrecking your future self. Passing around has caused me lots of problems. Not washing dishes, etc. See, time is obviously the issue. Our past and future selves are awful. Only in the present are we decent people. I remember it took us ages to learn how this guy actually works. But fortunately the flail does appear to wreck him. I think that was kind of it. As long as we stay on the wall, we're okay as long as we stop him from building stuff with the flail. But if he actually manages to build something, we're in trouble. No recollection of any of this. I think it took us a while to work it out, but the plan we came up with was that I'd always stay on the wall and use my flail to do massive damage, and it was your job to run around the bottom when the things got loose and destroy them before they could get to me. Irony. At 6th form I was already using the name Novellon, so past Novellon does fit. Is that irony? That feels just like a Novellon fact. I don't know if I get the ironic part of it. Yeah, you were Wolfman with a flamethrower. You were the wolf guy. Yeah, there's a dog guy that you play as. He specializes in fire attacks. That was your character. No, I played that character earlier on, but yeah, that was also your character. You're Wolfie 616. Of course, you played as the Wolfman. He has that one move where you punch somebody and there's an explosion. And you're like, this is the best move ever, but I will never use it because it's melee in a shooting game. But yeah, I think the flamethrower was your favorite weapon. I think we wrecked this guy. Cool, stage clear. It's 3 days later now. It's appearing in the dialogue box, so you can assume that I'm saying it. I'm just pausing to look at the picture of the guy who's had his eyes, mouth, and neck replaced with robotic parts. I think he may also have a robotic mohawk there. Okay, so irony if you knew my thought process, which you don't. Okay. Time to work. Enjoy the stream. I mean, to be honest, well, we've got some of the stream left. We'll have time to enjoy ourselves. I'm sure we'll fit an enjoyment in somewhere. But yeah, I hope work's okay for you, Burzum. Have a good night of it. Maybe I'll catch you tomorrow for the Slay the Spire stuff. I know that's one of your favorites. I mean, that'll be your today. I'm going to be finishing this up and going to bed, getting up in my morning, as you're getting home probably. So maybe I'll catch you before you go to sleep. Who knows? I probably shouldn't encourage you to stay up late though, if that's a thing you might do. We've identified the hacker who breached our security. I think he had a different voice like a second ago. I'm not much of a voice actor. His name is Norman Cascade. He's the best hacker on the net. Neumann Cascade. Deadeye Joe and Neumann Cascade. Best of bros. You know a guy who looked like the officer here? I feel like he's the lead surgeon in every war movie. So presumably he's from the research center. Works for Nimdoc. He is. Yeah, that's good. I knew he looked familiar from somewhere, but it clicked that that's it. That's where he's from. He used the panic caused by the robot as a diversion, so he could steal the mother alien cell from the research center. It's very likely that there is an organization working behind him. Smoking a cigarette and shaking his head, yeah. Just looking, yeah, looking sad at the whole thing. Exactly, you've got it. Damn waste. What a shame. Damn waste of human life. What? His hideout is under a garbage dump. Don't screw this one up. Okay, first of all, I didn't screw up the last one. You're the guy who sent me out there. Secondly, how do we know where his hideout is? And thirdly, why is his hideout under a garbage dump? What? Neumann Cascade, looking under the garbage dump. Hey, I've kept all my upgrades since last time. And I get to... Okay, the one thing I... Do you mind? The one thing I didn't get to keep was my regular thing, which was the only one I managed to get. And I think I've immediately lost it again. Be a trash can, not a trash can. Even though I am trash, I will still try to succeed. Because it is a garbage can, not a garbage can't. So I'm going to assume that these guys are unrelated to the villains. It's just that we're in the biggest garbage dump in the world. And these are garbage gangsters making a living out here in this fiery hellhole. Riding around on their bikes, causing trouble. So did I immediately lose my upgraded gun? I did. Killed a bike off screen. I mean, this works for me. Like those people who went looking for the legendary Atari dump. Yeah, all these computers and stuff. This is... Yeah, there's gangs full of people roaming this desolate wasteland that goes on for thousands of miles. All the waste of centuries of human life. They're locked in vicious combat for the few suppliers out here, but they're all staying out there in this horrible, horrible life. Looking for the massive dump of 10,000 ET cartridges because they belong in a museum and they're worth millions now. In the distant future, the great ET failure is the most remembered of gaming history. Turns out it exists and they had to concrete it over because of all the people. Wow. Oh! The trash gangsters turned this car into a weapon. And also themselves into frogs. They're throwing springs and things everywhere. It's a mess. Oh, it's another car turret. I can remember an 80s film with this plot. I would watch that. I think I'm suddenly realizing why I remember this game and Burzum doesn't. I mean, it was probably mostly because the robot is the best character and the Wolfman is the worst character. But I think I was actually better at him than him at this game. It's like the only game ever where that's been true. I mean, it was all because the robot's so amazing. With all my homing attacks and stuff, I remember stomping most of the things. And obviously Burzum's blocked it out of his memory. He thinks it was just a dream, because that couldn't have possibly happened. The trash gangsters would have to be more over the top. Yeah, there's not enough spikes and things. Not enough people have spiky trash pinned to them. Whoa, what was the... Oh, just a swarm of crows. Is that the crow talking? Mad laughter too, yes. I was expecting the crow to kill me, to be honest. Trash worms! Did I already die there? Remember how we talked about how this game is incredibly unfair? How was that one for you guys? I'm not entirely sure what killed me, but I don't think there was any way for me to avoid it. Mad laughter too, like the scene in Highlander where Kurgan jacks a car and runs people over laughing madly for no reason. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be like that. I was laughing madly and whirling chains and things. Nobody's whirled a chain yet. That's obviously a problem. Rubbish tip dune. That's obviously why I'm dying here, because I'm not seeing the future like Muad'Dib. Okay, you can't move on here. You actually do have to wait out the bike swarm. Ha 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 ha! We're bikers! Also, while the Kurgan laughs madly, the woman in the car screams loudly and incessantly. Oh yeah, I forgot about that bit. Walk without rhythm, yeah. I've got to not stir up the rubbish worm. Don't you hate it? Don't you just hate it when you have to fight a rubbish worm? It's always such a disappointment. I gotta walk without rhythm so that the worm doesn't emerge and swallow me. That's fair. It's consistent to how things were in Dune. If the worm had opened its mouth, you're probably already dead because it would just come up underneath you and eat everything. I really wish I'd grabbed a weapon when those weapons were flying overhead. The only thing I grabbed was the shoot upgrade, and I instantly lost it. It's probably the rhythmic firing of my gun that's attracting the worm. I feel like that's fairly trash gangstery, in that their main attack is to cartwheel over you, firing a flamethrower downwards. Spoing, spoing. Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Oh, okay, I got a grenade. Is that the crow making that noise? AT's Doctor Who had the same issue. You can't hear the game audio? Wait, have you guys not been able to hear the game audio this whole time? Why did nobody tell me? I think I fired that way too early. Okay, I've turned the game audio up a bit. Is that okay? Does that sound alright? Just thought it was really quiet. I mean, I guess it was. I've only turned up the volume. It wasn't like missing or anything. Okay, that was a thing. Yeah, see, this is why the robot is the best character, because he's got homing attacks, so you can just concentrate on dodging. And most of these bosses are just a dodge check. Evade until you kill the enemy. Okay, what are we doing this time? It's... what? Oh, man. I thought I had to jump over the spiked gauntlet to survive. But it turns out the middle parts of his arm will kill you too, so I guess you gotta slide underneath him? Yeah, roll that plus dex. That was all of our lives, anyway. So I guess that's game. Maybe I'll come back to this another time. Maybe I won't. Now, we gotta beat it on stream someday. We've made a commitment now. We didn't even find Neumann Cascade. Love the aesthetic, not keen on the gameplay. Yeah, that's I'd agree with that. Alright, we need something else to play, I guess. We've got like 20 minutes. Is that enough time to play some Pugsy, do you think, or...? I don't know. Apparently we're running down a highway really fast, while a guy chases us in a robot. Look at the 3D. This is what we've got to look forward to, guys. Alright, I'm gonna change the game over. I think we're probably gonna... We've not got that much time left. I'm thinking probably some hang-on. We will beat that game someday, believe it. We upgraded some stuff last time, right? We could probably do better than we have been doing. We can climb down the side. He'd probably just follow you over, though, to be honest. I assume that we're going somewhere and they're chasing us. Who knows? Well, maybe we'll find out when we get there. Anyway, I'm gonna toggle the game over. I'll be like a minute.